Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday, May 30th. My name is Alan, and I want to welcome you to my Spiritual Growth Through Recovery podcast. The purpose of these videos is to grow my spirituality by following the AA program of recovery. And I do that best I can by being as honest, vulnerable, and accountable as I can be, which is why I make the videos. I'm no expert in AA or recovery or spirituality. I'm just trying to live life on life's terms and do it sober. The recipe we follow here is we read the daily reading out of the AA Daily Reflections book. There's a link in the description if you'd like to follow along, and I'll just share my take on what I took from the reading, as well as usually some other topic. All right. I hope you had a wonderful Memorial Day. Got some relaxation, burgers, dogs, whatever your thing is. Maybe some gratitude for the people who died to give us this freedom that we have to do this. All right. So today's topic is going to be our primary purpose. And then where are we focused on in our lives? Where do we put our time and energy, right? All right, so let's get busy. May 30th. Our primary purpose. The more AA sticks to its primary purpose, the greater will be its helpful influence everywhere. AA Comes of Age, page 109. It is with gratitude that I reflect on the early days of our fellowship and those wise and loving four-steppers who proclaimed that we should not be diverted from our primary purpose, that of carrying the message to alcoholic who-stuffers. I desire to impart respect to those who labor in the field of alcoholism, being ever mindful that AA endorses no causes other than its own. I must remember that AA has no monopoly on miracle making, and I must remain humbly grateful to a loving God who made AA possible. All right, primary purpose. So this comes from the AA preamble, and that primary purpose is to stay sober and to help other alcoholics achieve sobriety. As humans, we have egos, and as alcoholics really have egos, and want to become something and be something, and really it's just about staying sober and helping somebody else out, and then that's pretty simple. And so just to stay sober, help each other, and that's a pretty cool deal, man. I like that. It feels like the only thing that hasn't ruined itself over all these years, right? So the whole part about, that there's that primary purpose. Like we can't do the second part, which is help others achieve sobriety without getting sober ourselves. And we can't stay sober long term if we don't give it away. So you can't do one without the other either way, right? And it kind of talks about, respecting those who labor in the field of alcoholism. And I do feel like I respect the program and its members. However, I only feel like I do enough to get by. So in some way, I kind of feel a little disrespectful because I rest on my laurels, I get complacent, I kind of blow it off. That's just how I feel about it. And it talks about here, remaining humbly grateful to a loving God. It's crazy how quickly I forget about the importance of the program until I'm humbled by not working it to the best of my abilities. It will take me to my knees, and I'll do anything. Before long, I get my judgment back, and I'm back to kind of doing things my way. So this is where, for me, the honesty and vulnerability comes into play. I don't like to admit how I'm half-assed in the program. I don't like to admit how much I struggle, how unwilling I am at certain things. That's my primary purpose is to get what Alan wants, and that's something I'm still learning. So anyway, so the next topic I want to talk about was, primary purpose is to stay sober and help another alcoholic. Where am I focused? Where do I put my attention? What's important to me, and what does that show? So I kind of want to put about, what have I been focusing on lately? Because it's really not the program as much as I should. So the reason I want to discuss this was because my primary purpose has not been to work my recovery to the best of my abilities. I'll do this. I'll get to a meeting later. I'll read that later. Most of my attention has been on work. Learning, to training in basketball. I'm really trying to get better at that. That's almost my number one thing, and it shouldn't be important. I've been really fear-driven, and then followed by selfishness. It's videos, which I think is a good thing. Been making money doing a side hustle, which I don't need, but fear, right? And it's not the AA program. So where do I want to? Ideally in here, where do I want to put my time and energy? Well, I like to pray, do self-care like meditate and journal, attend more meetings, not isolate, be a little more social, reach out more, get more rest, and ultimately getting out of self. And that's just something, the minute I get up, it's all about me. So I figured, you know what, I'm going to try this for 1 week. So my action items for the next week, which I will recap and update next Tuesday, are going to be pray daily. I want to at least hit 3 AA meetings this week. I want to call my sponsors a couple times a week and check in. I want to make sure that I'm doing consistent work hours. And I want to spend quality time with my fiance, her kids, my kids, and just a few friends. Just get out of self. Where can I contribute? And yeah, I'm going to update this in a week from now. And this is where I struggle. Great ideas, great plan. Should work. I did it. So we'll see what my primary purpose is, right, for next week. So anyway, I hope you got something out of it. And I just want to encourage you to, if you're in recovery, is that your primary focus, or are you doing just enough to get by, like I do sometimes? So if not, it may be worth reevaluating some things. So anyway, I'll be back tomorrow for another video. So until then, peace out.